Hi guys, and welcome to episode 15 of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Movies about great things, terrible things, and all things bloody. My co-host, as always, Ryan.
Hey, yo.
And Vince.
Yup.
And special guest this week. Finally, it paid off. We kept putting out the ads, and somebody said yes. Nick Pound.
Hello!
Welcome, Nick.
Thank you, Ryan.
So, we did a very fun movie. Originally, we were going to do, what was it, Dreamcatchers?
Stephen King classic, Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, but then two other podcasts seem to have done it at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, we had to change our original idea.
You got a cease and desist.
From the internet.
I wish I'd frame that. Finally, somebody's recognizing the hard work I'm doing, even if it's just like plagiarizing them.
Mr. iTunes called you up.
Paul Scheer really fucking reeled my ear off.
Yeah, well, if there's one guy I don't want to get yelled at, it's Paul Scheer.
Yeah.
He's got that lisp like me and throws me off. Kind of sounds like an echo chamber.
Daddy!
So, we did some kind of Canadian classic this week.
Yeah.
The 2011 classic Hobo with a Shotgun.
You gotta say it right.
Hobo with a Shotgun!
Hobo with a shotgun!
Hobo with a Shotgun!
Am I supposed to do it too? No.
Yeah, man.
You're great at improv. Yes, Andy.
Wow, it's too late now.
Thanks, Gelman.
Well, we'll edit and we'll get it in post. Can we just double up mine?
Hobo with a shotgun.
Nice one, Vince. So anyone who hasn't heard of this movie, it was originally based on a fake trailer for the Grindhouse movies. Mm-hmm. This one was a Canadian-made trailer.
Yeah, whereas most of them were, all the fake trailers were established directors like Edgar Wright.
Yeah,
or,
Rob Zombie.
Or Robert Rodriguez or Eli Roth.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was a contest. It was U.S. and Canada, or just I guess internet-wise?
I read it was for the South by Southwest Grindhouse contest.
Yeah.
So it was like in cooperation or with South by Southwest.
And Alliance Films, which is a distribution house here in Canada, loved it so much. They're like, okay, in front of we're gonna just throw this with all the other trailers and all the Canadian release of Grindhouse.
Yeah.
And it was.
But I don't know why it wasn't world, because like. Wasn't the contest was international, but then
was
they
it
only
by Rodriguez and Tarantino though, or was like South by I don't know, who knows? They could have just done it as a fun contest for anybody to join, and just Alliance just happened to pick up on it.
Right.
Because when they see gold, they're gonna strike.
So the Hobo with the shotgun trailer was not in the American release.
No,
because I thought that was
like,
the whole contest. That the person that won it gets to have their fake trailer thrown
Showcase
in other.
It would make sense,
world.
but,
you know.
Well, ironically enough, it was the only one, with the exception of Machete, to actually get made.
Yeah. Into a full length. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's still time for
I don't-
She Women of the SS.
Werewolf Women of the SS?
Yeah, sorry, Werewolf.
I'm more of a fan
that
of
would
Don't.
be the best one.
Don't.
Yeah, with Nick Cage as Fu Manchu.
I'm not a big Eli Roth fan, but Thanksgiving is still the best thing he's ever done. And I watch a full thing of that.
The voice that does.
Yeah, super creepy.
Yeah, we have to-
Scary.
Just alone that I think of the actual kid actors who watch the man hump a turkey corpse.
You can't unsee that.
No.
It's pretty impressive, though, that 2 spin-offs from a movie.
Yeah.
Are there a lot
trailer,
of movie
yeah.
spin-offs?
Machete
Trailer
makes,
spin-off. Well, yeah, that's it. They essentially built a movie around
Around a
makes
trailer.
sense.
Yeah.
Machete makes sense because it really fits on Rodriguez's full. I mean, it was based off of him making an exploitation film to begin with, so he's like, I'll just do another one.
Right, yeah.
Based off an idea he had already. The fact that this got made in general, like Alliance was like, yeah, we'll just fucking make this Canadian movie.
Well, it was only $3 million.
Which for Canadian, like for directors who these guys hadn't done anything. I mean,
Yeah,
short
he
films.
made a bunch of shorts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I know they had.
He had his own like kind of like take on like the Warriors style. Like he had done some shorts like that with like a bunch of like different crazy gangs like all dressed up in the like 80s glam rock bands.
I was watching some of the
mixed with,
special
like,
features.
barbarians or some shit.
Like the director, like, even $3 million, that even went by fast. I know they claimed director or producer, or was it claimed like no paycheck on this.
Right.
They put it right back into the film.
It was just a passion project.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really shows, though, because even though it was filmed in 2011, it still looked, like, really gritty. And not just, like, the filter that they put on the camera,
Saturation.
but...
Well, they shot it with the red,
Digital camera.
that really, like, good digital camera. But then in post, they did all sorts of, like saturation too. Yeah, here shot on the red Epic, and then the film was digitally post-processed in order to make it look like it was shot on color, reversal stock, cross-processed, and negative chemicals.
Yeah, every shot is like the high neon colors or super
So,
vibrant
yeah, it's
colors.
like
So
highly
Technicolor.
saturated.
Yeah, well, it said Technicolor in the credits,
Yeah.
but let's face it, people haven't used Technicolor
Well,
in about 20 years.
They have an office here in Montreal.
Really?
Yeah, in St. Catherine, near like between Atwater and Guy somewhere.
Yeah, it's where that's where I got my teeth
Yeah.
knocked out.
Yeah, that's right.
It actually was, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, on the
Yeah,
north
by
side of
Sports
the
Station,
street.
yeah. I should point out, because you mentioned Grindhouse, because that was during the whole trend of, like, I'm not a big fan of the bad movies on purpose for a lot of times, because I think it's, I don't know, there's something kind of hollow about, like, most of those films we enjoy because they were made earnestly.
Yeah, it's
Without
the sincerity that makes it good.
Yeah, and the idea of spending, like, several millions of dollars to make a film that looks like
To
a few
make it look
$1,000s,
shitty, yeah.
it
kind of defeats the purpose. It's
But
like,
maybe it's because these were, like, small Canadian filmmakers who did it, and, like, the biggest star is Rutger Hauer.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's still a super low budget movie.
That's what I'm saying.
What was the budget on this?
$3 million.
$3 million? That's too much.
No, guys, that's like a very reasonable amount when you consider you have to, like,
alone,
shut down streets.
The-
Like,
the-
where
the-
did they get these lots that they made look like shit?
Or the
Just
bumper cars.
graffiti
It's
and-
Nova Scotia. You just go there.
Dude, they were throwing cocaine all over the place.
cocaine,
budget went
yeah,
down.
the cocaine budget
Huge.
was that was about $2 million
Well,
right there.
It didn't even break $1 million. Like,
Yeah.
it made only 750,000 just about.
Oh.
like,
Oh, that's pretty
in the
rough.
box office.
Yeah,
so.
jeez.
But it's gained like a cult following.
That's as a film like
Yeah.
this usually would go.
It had a
Right?
super limited.
It had a very limited
release in Canada
budget,
and in like
release.
select theaters in the States.
Yeah, and then it was like on demand, and then it was on Netflix. So,
But I mean, like it shows its Canadianness for like other Canadians, because like you watch any Canadian show, you're gonna recognize at least 3 actors from like 4 different things.
Yeah.
Well, and just the like speech patterns
Yeah.
are so Eastern Canadian.
Well, I mean, we're only like what 4 minutes into the movie when Ricky.
We
shows up.
haven't even begun to talk about
Yeah,
the
well,
movie.
it's a good intro into.
But yeah, I mean, okay, why not? Let's start here. Better place, no better place than now. So we enter the movie with what's his name?
Titular
Rutger
Hobo, yeah.
Hobo. I mean, he didn't really have a name, did
Nope, he's Canada's second most famous hobo.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
After the Little List.
And it is a very Littlest Hobo type intro.
Yeah, he just
Traveling
arrives
along.
on the rails.
Yeah,
you know.
they're rocking that. What sounds like the Cannibal Holocaust theme.
Well, no, it was. It was more joyful. Well,
The
maybe.
Cannibal Holocaust is like creepily kind of like.
yeah, it's like. Yeah,
Yeah, he's riding the rails, and he arrives at Fucktown.
No, it's
Scum.
Hopetown actually, renamed Scumtown Hell.
Scumtown Hell.
But you put yourselves on Fucktown, so everyone's got a different nomenclature for this tiny.
Oh
little
yeah, everybody calls it from like almost Schittsburg to Fucktown.
Which, I think Schittsburg's appropriate because it is a shithole.
Oh yeah,
Garbage everywhere.
barrels constantly on fire. Some guy getting his car jacked for a printer.
I think it looked almost as bad, if not worse, than Escape from New York. Just
No.
in daylight.
Yeah, it
Just
happens.
lit
during
All
the
these
day.
things happen in the daylight too. That's
Yeah.
like very shocking. The first horrible scene.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We also see the bum fights going on. As a cultural thing, that's terrible. Like,
Oh, yeah.
how do we let that happen,
Yeah,
guys?
it's crazy that was a thing.
Yeah, but at least it gave us the ability to use it here, where it's like
It
from
did-
the hobo's point of view.
It did give us a small plot point
Yeah.
in an unsuccessful
what
movie.
Tarantino
Exactly.
did with Django, with the Revenge Flick, and with Inglourious Bastards, you know, Jason Eisner did here with Hobos. This was their revenge flick.
And I think it worked. He offers them $10, or he offers the hobo $10 to get involved.
Yeah.
One of those old school 10s. the old like purple paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a small collection of those hidden around the house somewhere. I can't remember where I put them.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all my real money. I'm like, oh, old money that I can't spend.
That's the nesting.
Noah's got money in storage.
Yeah, it's gonna appreciate with value like wine, right?
I mean, maybe.
Well, over like a great.
I think you can still spend it.
Yeah, but
Do you have some, now the real question is, do you have some ones stashed away?
I might.
Some $1 bills.
I don't know.
Maybe even a two.
I know I have the $2 bills for sure, the old brown ones.
Twos go for a lot.
No.
Well, back to Canadian currency. Or
Right.
Podcast.
Yeah, we'll get back to that next week.
Yeah, right off the bat, like like I said, it is one of those bad movies on purpose. The dialogue is ridiculous. The acting, everything over the top.
Everything is a line.
Yeah.
Everything anybody says is just like a one shot, and they just have to respond to the other person. A lot of monologue.
Yeah,
there's almost no dialogue in this movie. It's just people saying lines.
Yeah, and just like as loud as they can.
Yeah.
So we open with a Canadian favorite, Rob Wells.
Rob Wells.
Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys.
Yep. So in the full Ricky hair and everything.
I'm pretty sure playing almost the same character.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Not really.
Well, no, his name's Logan, but he's like. Just the way he speaks. I guess it's the way Rob Wells.
When he says
speaks.
boys, yeah. I mean, it's similar in like Boondock Saints too, where he's.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of
Fuck
range.
boys! Get me the fuck out of here! You're our nephews. Oh my god.
Yeah, being chased down by his nephew. Well, he shows up wearing a manhole.
Yeah.
Necklace, like almost like the one from Wild Wild West.
Yeah, kind of.
The Wild Wild West. Wicked Wild Wild West.
And
I used to live downtown.
Being chased by his preppy dressed nephews.
Oh, it's not just they're preppy dressed.
Well, no, they're like jocks.
Yeah, they're jocks.
Yeah.
I always think
That's
like
a
jackets.
pretty
They got those-
sweet gang outfit.
They got the
Yeah,
varsity.
all that black and white.
Matching white satin jackets.
They got the
No,
varsity.
they weren't
varsity-
sad. They were like the varsity style.
jackets with like black jeans, Converse shoes, rocking that it's not a DeLorean, but it's got the gold wing doors.
Yeah.
I like that car.
It's
It's a
actually,
cool car.
apparently it's a Canadian car.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Dude,
What is it?
Vince
Oh,
always
yeah,
does his research. It makes us look stupid.
The Bricklin, a Canadian-made car from the mid-70s.
The Bricklin?
Which apparently
Yeah.
they fucked one
It's
up.
got the
with
word brick in the name.
Because when they're chasing it down, they Tokyo drift around the corner. And apparently they just fucked that car up the first take.
Oh
We
my
don't see the
God.
movie that goes onto the curb.
It has those fucking wing doors that
Yeah.
open up like the DeLorean.
Yeah,
Those
pretty
got their
sweet.
names written on the back.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah, that's right.
and-
Ivan and Slick.
And their Ray-Ban glasses.
It was a good outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, looked sharp.
Almost as sharp as their dad. Who
Yeah.
we're quickly introduced to.
The Drake.
The Drake. Fuck you, fucking Jimmy in a wheelchair. There's
Yeah.
only one Drake in Canada.
The only Drake I'm interested in is the Drake.
And he's got awesome black hair.
He's got a weird mustache do on top of his head.
Slick black, like, toner in his hair with grease. A white suit, which I'm always a sucker for.
A white suit?
I love the white suit.
He
It's
looks
so
like
sleazy.
a sleazy Southern preacher or something.
Yeah. I know, no, he looks like something, he's like a one helmet away from a Daft Punk costume. Looking at
Yeah.
a Daft Punk.
Yeah,
videos.
the right
black
helmet.
shirt, white skinny tie, the black boots.
And this family's got pretty good style, actually.
Oh yeah, no, they're just the nines. Played by Brian Downey, Canadian favorite from the series Lex.
Lex.
Sleazy motherfuckers if there ever I saw one.
Really,
Leather skin.
pulled from the bottom on that one, eh?
Yeah.
Lex.
What else do you know him from?
That's what I'm saying.
That's fucking Stanley Tweedle, man. But like, no, that's the Drake.
The Drake, now and forever.
But yeah, when son Slick, it looks like kept reminding me of James McAvoy. Yeah,
Oh
like-
yeah, with, I guess if he had dark hair.
Yeah, and Ivan, who had a very similar delivery to what's his nuts, Garbage Day.
Oh yeah,
Sound like they
the
did
internet
too,
sensation,
yeah.
Garbage Day.
Where you speak of lines, every line has Ivan has is a line.
Yeah, everything
It's
he
a
said.
catchphase.
Yeah, it's like they were all catchphrases. Waiting to see which one would stick.
Yeah.
Which one's gonna be like the
Which
popular
one feels
one?
right?
No, that's not it. We'll get back to. I wish I wrote more of them down, but they're in here.
You fucking androids.
Yeah, just like calling people androids.
Well, they call it. Yeah, they so the Hobo watches is they call a crowd over by gunpoint. Find out the origin of their uncle's collar. It's a manhole cover because they put him in replace a manhole, put him in it to hold him in place.
Yeah, and
like
then
what do you call that thing like in Witch Times?
Oh, the stockades.
Stockades,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a manhole cover stockade.
He's done something to wrong them.
except you're dangling by your neck.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like that might actually kill you. First of all, when
over time.
they push
over
his body down a manhole cover, and his neck catches weight on a steel plate.
Well, he's got a fat net, so it holds up.
Yeah, but other people aren't so lucky.
Yeah.
Then later he yells, "I can't feel my legs." Is he paralyzed?
I don't know. He yells a lot of things. So he says,
Come on, boys. I'm your uncle. I know you since you were babies.
"Yeah, I've known you since you were
like,
big."
clean your fucking diapers or some shit like that.
But he always
Like,
gave them, quote, the
I always
shittiest
gave
Christmas
you
gifts.
Yeah, I always gave you great Christmas gifts. Those Christmas gifts suck, and I hate Christmas.
Yeah, Slick hates Christmas.
Well, I mean, with the shitty gifts, I guess I could understand why.
Well, they're just bad dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although,
they're
They just don't like nice
essentially
stuff.
sociopaths.
Oh, yeah.
and they proceed to put a noose of
Psychotic.
barbed wire or razor wire around Ricky's.
Logan.
Logan around Logan's neck and just yank it off with
Yeah.
via a car.
Which erupts in a Kill Bill era blood spurt. In which one of the Drake's
Blood
ladies
fountain
comes out in a bikini, a fur coat, and starts like erotically, orgasmically dancing.
dancing in the blood.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
It was what's her name? Lady Bathory. The
Oh yeah,
Lady Bathory.
no, that's not it.
Bath-
No.
I know what you're talking about. The woman that used to bathe in blood.
Oh, the bad guy from that Hellboy, the second animated movie, Blood and Stone.
No,
I don't remember
the one from American Horror Story season 4.
I think it's based on the same
Season
person.
4.
Yeah. I haven't gotten season 4.
Probably it's like I don't know. They had
Yeah,
they had that movie at iNet and it was pretty popular. It's called like Eternal or something. Yeah.
It's like a popular, like I wouldn't say an urban legend.
I read in the trivia for that scene in which Logan's decapitated, one of the bystanders was a former blind man who had recently had corrective surgery. One of the first images he saw as a newly sighted man was that of a decapitation and the subsequent sexy dance in the shower of blood.
Oh my
No.
god.
He immediately blinded himself afterwards.
That was horrible. Holy
so
Lord.
The
That's,
first thing you see is like the equivalent of the tape from Event Horizon.
Nice little tidbit.
Good.
Now, did he just reveal that after? He's like, actually, that's one of the first things I've ever seen, guys. Or did they know this beforehand? And not say,
I have
like,
no
"Look,
idea.
buddy."
I don't even know if that's true.
Yeah, well,
maybe
it's
they
like
just.
Simpsons where Lenny
It's
takes
gotta
his
be
patch
true.
off and he gets the guts in his fish guts in his eye. From Santa Claus, who's a dick, who we later find out is even a monster in this movie.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of hate on Santa Claus these days.
Was this other hobo who fished a cigarette out of a old
A whiskey bottle.
whiskey
or
bottle,
something.
which I hope it wasn't full of actual whiskey still, because otherwise when he lit that thing up.
Well, better whiskey than piss.
Yeah, well, I guess if you look at
What's the
something
difference?
soaked in
Whiskey
alcohol,
and piss.
it's gonna burn
Well,
up your
one's much
face.
more flammable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't want to smoke piss.
No. Well, you're in your hobo, and make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, this man is a straight up hobo.
He is.
Muttering crazily. to
Oh, yeah.
himself.
Riding the rails.
Riding the rails.
Yeah, for sure. Actually,
Passing by, spare some change.
he starts digging through the trash to find proper cardboard to write his
Sign.
hobo sign.
Mm-hmm.
Originally gonna write.
And you can tell he's been a
Uh,
hobo for a while because he does not have a funny sign.
Need
No.
money for
Yeah,
son.
for
who
son who
lost
lost his leg, and then he writes. He rips it up and he's like, "I'm tired." And then
Well, he also, when he passes by the pawn shop, like, motivates him all to get make money, is that he goes by the pawn shop where he sees a lawnmower in the window with a promotional video next to it.
from
Yeah.
like the 50s.
Yeah, to really sell you on this mower. That's
well, you know,
$50.
49.95.
You know,
49.99.
You know,
Yeah, it's a good price.
lawnmower
It's
is
not
a
bad for
hobo's best friend.
A gas
Yeah.
We
mower.
all know that.
Gas powered things. He's like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. He's got a dream. It's important for a man to have a dream.
It's important for anyone to have a dream, really.
Yep.
And he's gonna turn his life around by getting his own lawn mowing business going.
Yeah.
Landscaping, I guess.
But as he sit there begging for money, he sees even more how shit this town is when some SLC punks spit on his sign and then kidnap the director.
Oh, is that?
Drag,
was that
yeah, it's
that's
Jason
director?
Eisner. They just drag him away into the club.
Also, one of them, as they're passing by him, yells, "I dare you to lick his dick."
What?
Yeah. There's also
Nope.
there's also posters up that I want in my own home, which is called Drake or Die, with the picture of the Drake.
Drake or Die?
Drake or Die. All these like black and white promotional posters up.
Propaganda posters?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck you, Che Guevara. It's the Drake.
Yeah, the Drake, now and forever. Fuck you if you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's right. They kidnapped the director, who I just assumed was another hobo.
Yeah.
But I know, I mean, he really looked the part.
No, I know he's supposed to be a homeless guy. Like.
No, I'm making a joke that he looked bad because he had like a big scruffy beard.
Oh.
I thought he was very handsome.
Well,
He's a cuddly looking gentleman.
we all are entitled to our own
Seems
opinions, gentlemen.
Nice.
He probably is.
I heard.
But I don't think he turned out too well. His character turned out too well because we saw they dragged him into what appears to be the Drake's club or some kind of
It's like
weird party house.
It's like Club Drake / arcade with
with children.
With children at a
Yeah.
hobo torture zone.
Or
Yeah.
or just any
So
general torture zone.
S&M fucking Dom.
Yeah, because
K.
they have bumper cars which they're using to crush people's heads.
Yeah.
Next to an arcade, which like just teenagers are at. But I guess that's just how fucked up this world and this youth are.
That's how
This
fucked
is
up
social
this town is,
commentary.
man.
This is social commentary.
Hope Town, not much hope.
No.
But it's they have the different arcade games.
One of which is called The Plague, which factors in very nice later on.
Well, yeah, they're playing. The kid was playing as the Plague.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this kid's name is.
Synergy.
Yeah.
That's right. Tying it in for later, the Chekhov's gun, if you will.
Yeah. Well, where the movie takes the big turn. But we'll get to that, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure. Can't miss it. But yeah, the kid playing the Plague. I don't know what his name is. We'll call him Billy or Jimmy.
Yeah,
or
guy with the fucked up arm.
Hold on. Is this already past where there was like a group of topless women?
No, we haven't gotten to that. Yeah, we haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh my god.
This is the easy one where Slick demands his money that he owes this guy, which he swears he'll get.
Right.
Yeah, he'll get his mom to give him an advance on his allowance.
Which must be a big allowance because apparently he owes Slick big time.
Yeah, although he has a
His name's Otis.
Otis.
He also spent all the money that he owed him back in the arcade.
Yeah,
So I don't think it was
he's a
that
dumb
much.
fuck. Yeah, he's a dumb fuck.
I think it's a couple of bucks, and that's just how tough Slick is.
Well, he's also an idiot for like, I'm not going to go to a place where like clearly this guy hangs out where I owe money.
Yeah, and have said money, but waste it instead.
I know what kind of guy this is because like a foot away from him, Ivan is using a fucking one of those test your strength mallets and smashed the dude's foot.
Is it for a movie where they're throwing around cocaine like it's free?
Oh yeah, no, they're antiquing like Jackass.
Arcade games are much more highly addictive and life ruining.
Yeah.
Well, I disagree. As a lifelong gamer, I see a lot of scientific value in gaming.
Look, this kid's about to get his arm broken over it.
Yeah. Well, no, not over the game, over the cocaine.
He has a hooker with a heart of gold come to his defense.
Yeah, saying let it slide.
Yeah, Molly Dunsworth, which again, Slick responds, the only thing I'm going to let slide is my dick into your pussy.
Yep.
Classic line.
Classic Slick.
Classic line. I'm taking notes all the time how to talk to women with this one. Slick has so many good lines of how to get women.
That's why they call him Slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, no, you're telling me you think that kid was doing blow and that's why he owes Slick money?
Of course.
No. This kid owes him money from the arcade, and he's never done cocaine before Slick throws a pile of it onto the game and shoves the kid's face in it.
Well, you missed the poor part where Ivan breaks his wrist over the joystick.
Yes.
Yeah, that
was amazing.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the joystick that is more powerful than 2 arm bones.
2 forearm bones.
Yeah. And then with the promise of you'll never feel pain again, just gives like Willy Wonka with candy, douses the cocaine on everybody.
Yeah, it jams his face in it.
Yeah, and everyone starts doing their best Tony Montana at the end of Scarface impersonation.
Just grabbing handfuls and trying to jam it in your face. But so wait, what were you saying?
I'm saying that was the first time that kid ever did cocaine.
So what does he owe money for?
The arcade.
Who knows?
But
He's been fronting quarters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. This is how tough the gang is. They get you hooked on the arcade games.
Fronting quarters at
Yes.
Maybe it's protection money. It's the old racket.
Well, that you see that I would believe.
You won't end up on the bumper cars.
This kid's got to get another round of the plague in, man.
He's an irresponsible kid.
He's out of change. You go to the front desk like, oh man, let me get 2 quarters.
Well, we're past that because we're about to get to one of my other favorite lines of Slick when he confronts the hooker again. When he asks her, you know how I know your pussy's wet? Because you're making my dick thirsty.
Everything he says is just...
Bars.
And that's not even the worst thing he'll do that later.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, he does quite a bit and says quite a bit, too. But yeah, that's right. He tries to pick up the prostitute and then tries to kidnap her.
Yeah, that's a weird thing because she picks him where they're negotiating on a price, and she seems non-bothered or even turned on the fact
she's totally into
that
it.
he's murdered people, and she takes him off to the alley, and the hobo's followed them in because he's got a moral coil that's flaring up. He's gonna investigate what's going on with these fucking insanity.
Yeah, with that young woman and this horrible man.
Yeah, which he's never seen any shit this family's capable of before any other towns he's rolled through.
Well, there is only one, the Drake.
The Drake.
It's true.
But yeah, he takes him to this back alley garage where, I guess he had planned where, a dude walks, the garage door opens, there's a person there, a little girl's mask and a garbage bag.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah. Well, the hobo's sipping on his, what looks like a flask mixed with a plastic bottle.
It looks like a plastic water bottle that's been, melted and shaped into a flask.
I think it was a rubbing alcohol bottle.
I buy that, too.
I mean, it would make sense for the character.
Classic hobo move.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, also, a classic hobo move is beating a guy with a fucking sock full of change.
Yeah.
That's right.
She does the old Slick.
She loads up, premeditated style.
And tries to get that girl with business. Hey, man, what'd you expect?
He's gonna put a ring on your finger.
Diamond ring.
Clobbers him.
Yeah, he places him under citizen's arrest.
Yeah, carries him to the police station.
Which there's trouble because fucking Sam Lasco's there.
Yeah. Trailer Park Boys own Sam Lasco.
Fucking caveman.
Actual name, Sam Lasco.
You see the smell of hot dogs on his breath from the screen. But yeah, he orders to see the chief of police.
Oh, yeah. What does he say? Lock this guy up with the sodomites.
I want to see the
Yeah.
Get me the goddamn chief of police.
And he basically lays it out for the chief, saying,
muttering to himself.
you need to clean up your fucking streets.
Also, another
garbage.
Trailer Park Boys regular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the judge.
Yeah, I think Jeremy Ackerman. Yeah, he's the judge in Trailer Park Boys. Well, it's pretty much every Nova Scotian.
Oh, you mean all 200 people living in Nova Scotia?
Well, yeah, I was surprised that Lady Johnstonworth didn't show up, considering his youngest daughter plays the prostitute Abby. His oldest daughter Sarah did the costume design. I'm surprised there weren't more Trailer Park Boys and alumni in this.
Well, in the original trailer, the guy who played Trevor.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Yes,
Yeah.
He seems to be the original
he's
Drake,
the Drake
type character in the original.
Well, yeah, because we should point
trailer.
the trailer has much more of a 70s exploitation film vibe, and this one it kind of starts that for a minute and it goes straight 80s.
Yeah, very 80s.
Yeah.
But then it gets really 80s later on.
Yeah, towards the end.
When Eternia shows up.
So he puts him on citizen's arrest and he tells the police chief, clean up your streets because it's full of fucking shit in the ground.
Yeah, the police chief's very thankful for citizens like him standing up.
Yep.
Knows he's a hobo coming down the rails. He suspects even some of his own cops being in on the Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't know what to do because Drake runs this town like a king.
King Drake.
Mm.
And that's when we see Slick.
Ivan and
Slick just kind of standing one over each other's head behind the door.
We see Ivan creepily, one of my favorite shots, blue light in the doorway, which looks like some of the when it was really highlighted neon almost looks like episodes of Goosebumps.
What do you mean?
It was just the super saturated lighting.
Oh,
okay. Everything almost looked like it was a cosmic bowling alley.
I loved all the shots of this movie that were just so saturated with one color.
Yeah.
Yeah, either
Drake's
blue
or
or
blue
pink
or green when he's walking into the club.
That's very late 70s to me.
Yeah. But yeah, the chief welcomes him to Fucktown and pulls a gun on him.
Yeah.
The boys burst in.
And they proceed to put the beat down on the hobo.
Mm-hmm.
And carve scum into his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gun. This is a police station.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, the cops are in on it, and they're on the take and all that.
As we find out, they're all dirty cops.
Yeah, as he announces later. But doing it, like, right there in the police station.
Taking joyous glee in it.
Yeah.
There's the one non-dirty cop.
He's
the young kid.
He's not even like, he's just an incompetent fuck.
Yeah.
He's a limp-dicked fuck.
Limp-dicked fuck.
Limp-dicked fuck. He's not evil, but he's not good either. Cause he's just like, I'm just too much of a pussy to do anything.
He lets it happen.
Yeah, he just lets it happen and runs away.
He needs to be Serpico.
Yeah. Had to get his Charlie Kelly going on.
A Nova Scotian Serpico.
Yeah.
We can do that,
make
guys.
That movie.
Friend Byron's got a farm out there. Or no, I think it's in PI, but
Close.
That's a bridge away.
Yeah. It's a pretty long bridge, too.
That's a set. We could redo True Lies while we're there.
If we just had enough space, we can remake a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's Canada, man. We got
Nova
nothing space.
Scorpio and cut this out.
There is no cutting out, buddy. It's
raw,
all in
baby.
there.
It's uncensored. It's unplugged.
Newfound Lies. That was what I was going to say.
Newfound Lies.
Oh. Newfound Lies.
They
Nice.
got you there.
Nice. I like that a lot.
Then they hurl his homeless ass into the trash.
Yep.
Off a balcony.
Yeah, from the second floor, Sam Losco and the judge. Then we cut back to Abby, the prostitute. Mm-hmm. We later learn her name is Abby, but not a big deal. And she's talking to this very vulgar John.
Yeah.
The things that man would say, my goodness.
What was his first line? Because I remember the ones later on. What was the first one he says to her?
Was it about... no, it's not the I'd eat the corn...
I'd eat the peanuts out of your
shit. That's later on.
Nah.
Or, quote, he says to her later, I love the smell of your asshole.
Yeah, but...
a shit-eating grin.
Just horrible, horrible things.
Says something about a meat
that's no regular John.
Meat tube.
Yeah, later on he calls her meat. All he sees is a meat tube.
Yeah, she's just a meat tube.
Fuck tube.
A fuck tube. Fuck tube.
Thank you.
Yep. And the best thing about whores, as we find out with him, is that can't beat your wife,
but you can beat a whore.
And that's the best thing about them.
So he's asking...
Welcome to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, beautiful, Nova Scotia. So he's asking for the regular plus his 10%. And that's when the hobo stumbles in and disrupts the whole situation.
Yeah, scares the guy off.
And
freaks her out until she realizes the man who saved her life.
And takes her in and cleans up his wounds and oh man, like she... Okay.
As he gives a speech about... One of his first speeches about pain. How he doesn't really feel hurt because he just kind of tells pain to go away.
Yeah, to get out of his brain.
Yeah.
There's nothing there for him.
But now him and Pain are like brothers and they fight sometimes.
He notices her
Major
empty picture
pain.
frame.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I get it because she says she doesn't have anybody to put in there. Mm-hmm. So, that's fine. But why would you buy the picture frame to begin with?
It came with the apartment.
Well, it's a fucking shithole apartment.
It's a shithole town, man!
It's like when you buy a wallet and there's like already like pictures of somebody else's family in there.
You know when you buy a wallet and you have no money to put in it?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yes, I know all about that. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, after this movie, I realized the best wallet to have is a sock.
Yep. If anyone gets a little too close, just start swinging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
doubles as a
speed.
weapon too,
But yeah, she offers him to let him sleep on her bed, but he has to put a sweatshirt on so he doesn't get blood all over his sheets.
Yeah, and she hands him the bear sweater.
And he gives a monologue, which is apparently taken right from... So in the trailer, it's not Rutger Hauer. It's a guy named David Brunt.
Yeah.
Who supposedly is not an actor. Just some guy the director knew. They got him in, but he wasn't up to the task of, wasn't physically able to do the entire movie.
Right.
So that's why they got Rutger Hauer to do it. But apparently that bear speech of his is just, what he says... And there's an interview. Yeah, he just talks about bears.
Who that?
David Brunt.
Yeah, that bears are solitary creatures. They live in a magic circle. That circle could be 1 kilometer, and if you're on the outside of it, there's no problem. But if you're the inside, it's very dangerous. Their claws can rip your face right off, eyes, nose, and everything. And the most
they taste blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. The bloodlust. That once they taste blood, it's unstoppable, and they must be destroyed.
Now, I think this might be symbolism.
Well, I mean, if it is, they're laying it on pretty thick. But that's only.
Yeah,
if
nothing's really subtle in this movie. That's
He also brings up
It's
the
true.
fact...
And this makes like Kill Bill look like my Dinner with Andre.
Good analogy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
High five.
No, man, don't
Yes,
encourage
yes,
him.
yeah, Ryan.
No.
Kumbaya.
No. We're not getting into that. We're not making that a thing.
Should definitely make that a thing.
Oh, I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying.
He's tried.
He has tried. He also the hobo also mentions that Abby should be a teacher
Yes.
because she's smart.
She's a smart and intelligent girl.
Yeah.
And from now on, in his
Smart
psychotic
and
mind,
intelligent.
she's just a teacher.
Yeah, anytime he talks to her, it's always about her teaching gigs.
But he also realized he's got to get the fuck out of town now, so he's going to take what he needs to do. Well, he gets up early in the morning before she wakes up, leaves her, I don't know where the fuck he got this, a photo of a bear for her frame.
Hey, see, even the hobo can put something in the frame.
It's hobo magic.
They're very resourceful.
You know.
They have to be.
It's not that
He probably had a picture of a bear in his his fucking
bindle.
hoarded belongings and
which was pristine and uncreased.
in that cart, his shopping cart, which survives getting smashed by a car.
That's true.
It's carts, man.
The Drake showing no love for carts and just
Yeah,
bashes
he's
it.
the Drake who has a big black pickup truck with a big silver middle finger at the front of it, which he then puts his brother's head on.
probably
Yeah, that's right. Logan.
Foreshadowing for when a middle finger saves a head.
Oh. So the next day, after the hobo has had to sleep in a bed that he can't remember the last time he slept in a bed.
Yeah.
He's out on the streets and
he realizes he needs some money.
Yep.
Fast.
Gotta get some money, and he notices perv Santa.
Yeah.
Driving.
Cackling.
Yeah,
he is cackling.
Driving around in a red LeBaron with like a child banging on the back.
Screaming for help.
And just people okay with it.
Yeah, well, the hobo's like, what the fuck's going on? You constant look of what the fuck is going on for the first half of this movie.
A pimp trying to force his 13-year-old, or she looked very young, I mean.
Yeah.
I only say 13 because we just watched Taxi Driver for the second to last.
Well, she looked like, what's her fuck, like a younger Mira Sorvino, what's her name? Big five head.
Mina Sorvino.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
like apparently the intern at like the production company, they're like, oh fuck, we need somebody on for the scene here. Because Pim keeps telling her to stop doing her homework.
Yeah.
Quit wasting time doing your homework and maybe some money on the block.
Maybe some money. And finally, the Rutger Hauer, the hobo, succumbs to the bum fights.
Yeah.
To make a little bit extra cash.
Uses that ability to push out pain from his life.
Oh yeah, and he certainly earns it by breaking a bottle over his head, then dropping to his knees and eating the glass.
Yeah, with a big smile and then picking up the money
with
his mouth.
All that for $10.
Well, I guess he makes the original $10, but I guess he makes the full 50.
Yeah, he does mention that for that.
Yeah.
He'll pay him 30 for that, but the other 20 for fishing it out with.
But fuck it, he did it. He swallowed his pride in some glass.
Now he's got his lawnmower.
Went to Pawn and Don.
Yeah,
that's where you're wrong, Vince. You'd assume he buys the lawnmower, starts a business, everybody's happy,
and makes his way up
in a pawn shop where the rifles are all over the place. There was one behind the counter, but 3 right up front next to the lawnmower. Next to a statue of Jesus and a lamb.
And he's about ready to buy the lawnmower, but instead a robbery occurs. And with one of the guys pointing a gun at a baby.
Yeah, there's a mother there with a child. And he's like, got the baby!
Yeah, both hands on the gun, like a big Dirty Harry style Magnum.
Wearing like a Halloween 3 like witch mask.
Wasn't that?
No, it was.
It looked like it though. I was green. It was either that or like Charlie Brown.
No, it was his. And that was his idea, actually. It was toque, and he just pulled it down over his face. And
that's later on.
Oh.
That's later on when, with another example of, that's the white slavery ring.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Cocaine being thrown in his face.
Right,
cocaine
yeah.
everywhere.
That's in the montage soon to follow. Because this is when much like when Rorschach discovered what happened to that girl in Watchmen, this is when the hobo finally snaps.
Yeah.
Of course the gun is loaded, you know.
Yeah. Well, he has an infinite amount of shells.
All guns are loaded in a pawn shop, right?
Yeah.
So he sees that the shotguns are also $49.99. Good thing too. It seems like he only had.
I would assume he went there with a $50 and that's it.
Well, yeah, he said keep the change, right?
Yeah.
So, and he takes that shotgun and blows away the.
Slugging her bloody carcass tonight.
Yeah, that's right. One of the great quotes from the hobo.
Mm-hmm.
And he proceeds to kill all three of them and just like
well, he gives one a warning and then still shoots them.
Yeah, that's right.
Go
like,
tell your friends.
Tell your friends, and he's like, okay, and then bang anyways.
It reminded me of like I was rewatching '89 Batman recently.
Okay.
I forgot like how shitty Batman is in the movie, where like he'll watch a crime take place, beat up one guy, and then give the other one a warning. Like, tell your friends about me.
Like, why? Just kick his ass.
That's a rapist, man. That's a...
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, it just blows the fucking guy away anyways. Well, to a horrified mother and shop owner, baby, yeah, drops the money, keep the change. The man's got his honor, and then starts his rampage of justice. Yeah, fuck you, Punisher.
Yeah, Batman was doing it long before you.
Which takes place over a course of a week, I guess, because I'm going by the headlines. Because it's not a long period of time.
Yeah, it happens pretty quick.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess they're daily editions, right?
Because Hobo had enough, demands for some change. I think it was my favorite headline.
Yeah, nice pun.
Yeah.
Where, he takes down the white slavery ring.
Yeah, which is, a bunch of guys playing poker for women.
Yeah.
Or,
and cocaine.
Yeah,
or maybe not.
Just throws cocaine
tossing
in his
it at
face.
his nose.
Just punching it into his own face.
Yeah, where the hobo comes in with like a ski mask and a gun in his own mouth, holding himself hostage.
Yeah.
Distracts them long enough to just blow them away.
They find hilarious. Like, oh man, this guy's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the hobo starts laughing first. A la Die Hard.
Oh yeah, with the Mexican Paul Rubens and Bob Odenkirk with a beard.
Beard Odenkirk.
Odenkirk.
Yeah. He kills the pimp.
The pimp and tells the young prostitute go home to somebody who loves you.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He kills the pedo Santa.
Santa Claus as he's about to jerk off watching kids in a playground.
Yeah, talking about coming down their chimneys tonight.
Both their chimneys.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And even that guy who steals one of the headline papers ends up getting wasted.
Blows away.
But I guess the hobos said enough's enough, and everybody's on.
But according to the papers, people love him.
Well, you know what? Crime must
Bodies
be down.
pile, parents smile.
Yeah, that's another.
If it rhymes, it must be true, right?
Well, and also at Prince on that, we also got televised news by George Stroumboulopoulos.
Yep, Canada's own George Strombo, delivering the news.
Much like Batman, the villain does not like all this big press the hobo's getting when he thinks he's being overshadowed by a hobo with a shotgun and shoots the television.
Says that this town is impressed by a homeless man with a shotgun.
Yeah,
he's about
can't
to say
say his title.
This town needs an enema.
Bold defiance. I wanted him to say it.
Yeah, this is the Drake's room where he's got the Last Supper put aside with mannequins.
Yeah.
Where his boys are sitting, and 3 topless women playing piñata with baseball bats, and a man hung upside down.
Yeah, that was really hot too.
that women in dominance position.
And also apparently women covered in blood I find very attractive.
Hey, movies open up all kinds of things in you.
Carrie, and then like 3 different scenes in this.
Yep. Yeah, they were really covered in it too, those ladies.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some kind of niche market we can get you into for that.
I'm almost certain there is.
Yeah.
We don't have a virgin fetish.
There's a market for everything.
Yeah, that's right. If we've thought about it, somebody else has too and made money off it.
There's also we see Slick. He has that redeeming quality in that he really loves his son Slick. The Drake really loves his son Slick.
Certainly does.
Because he sees how beat up he is, pissed that he let a homeless man do it, and puts 2 and 2 together. It's clearly the same fucking guy
that they carved.
Yeah.
But didn't kill.
Mm-hmm. And has Ivan put his head down in shame.
Yeah, because he didn't protect his brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was so good.
Carve him like a jack-o'-lantern.
Head down. You're not. You're much more talented than your brother.
Yeah.
Head down.
Head down.
Yeah, where he tells Slick, it's all right. You got a lot of potential, maybe even more than me. But hey, everyone gets knocked out sometimes. Except me, because I'm the
fucking
Drake.
He's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, the kid's got a lot to prove.
Yeah, so he tells him he's got to get revenge and think outside the box.
Yeah, you got to make me afraid of you.
Yeah, he's got to get mean.
Real mean. I want to be afraid of you, but I'm not.
We should also point out that, Nick, you're the only one who hadn't seen this movie beforehand.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Slick's idea? when we see a bunch of children load up a school bus in a parking lot behind a factory with like 2 boomboxes waiting for them.
I mean, that's if you're trying to make people afraid of you because you're crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
just torching a school bus full of an undisclosed number of children.
Yep, Slick's about to do his best McCready impersonation.
Yeah, flamethrower. Also, good callback to an old episode of this for The Thing.
You kids like school?
Yeah.
You kids like ice cream?
Yeah.
You kids like bicycles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kids like hobos?
Yeah.
I hate hobos.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah, disco inferno. Burn, baby, burn. And man, those babies did burn.
Yeah.
Psychotic.
You know, that is a good way to like
Inspire.
Really let the town know.
Yeah.
Well, wait, how you let the town know later on is back to Strombo.
Yeah,
I mean-
Strombo on the news.
Scorpio and fucking Dirty Harry didn't even kill the kids. Like,
Yeah, he
That's
only
true.
heard me
Yeah.
do it. I thought when you said Scorpio, I immediately thought of
Yeah, Simpsons.
Hey,
I was like,
Put the flamethrower on his back.
or if you can kill some guys on the way out, that'd be really great. Kicks over the grenade.
There's another flamethrower.
Yeah.
See,
reference.
flamethrowers work.
Yeah, Strombo's announcing to a crowd, which is the same pawn shop, because we can only have so many sets.
Well,
Wall
I mean,
TVs. But it's the
no
opposite side of the
special-
wall, so it's...
That's like the town center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just...
where everyone
everyone
hangs out.
Yeah, much like in 89 Batman, where the Monarch Theater's in every single shot.
Because
Use what you got.
if something happens, like they want to be next to the TV to watch it.
It's
right?
true, because they have, in this movie, they either have abandoned buildings or a pawn shop.
Yep. There's no other inside shots.
Yeah, where
Or no, the
Strombo
club.
announces that
Her,
yes,
Abby's apartment.
Yeah.
an undisclosed amount of children were burned to death, which then is crashed by Ivan comes in and throws his skate at them like "fuck you, Happy Gilmore."
Yeah, and puts that
Right in
skater
the
right in Strombo's chest.
Which
Right
I
in
think,
the sternum.
I think is how he got Hockey Night in Canada.
You're like, well, he looks good with the skate.
Like, yeah, I mean, this guy knows the equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hire him. He's Canadian, isn't he?
Yeah, and Slick urges all the kids watching to come close to the TV, which they do, and then produces a charred corpse of a child.
Yeah, saying this could be you.
Yeah, if I want that hobo, puts out a bounty on the hobo.
Yeah, and and he wants, that's right, the Drake says, whoever brings me the head of the hobo could have all my broads!
And also, if they don't, they'll kill all their children.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a real incentive to...
Which now gets to our second montage.
Oh,
Of
the hobo hunt?
massacre.
Yeah, the hobo's being culled
Yeah,
in the streets.
In like Planet of the Apes, they're throwing nets at them. One guy hides in a box in the worst hiding spot, just a box in the middle of a junkyard.
Also,
In clear view
they
of
all
everybody.
saw him dive into
Yeah.
the box.
Including the guy fucking just drops the crane on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
splat
The Molotov cocktail to the one mother with her baby hiding in.
in a dumpster.
Yeah. Which death to all homeless written on the dumpster.
And then just like a big pile of homeless bodies and people standing on top partying with
Yeah,
fireworks.
Fireworks.
and,
They're digging in this mass grave.
just-
The hobo's like, what the fuck about it? Like sheepishly while that whole thing's going, hides that shotgun underneath his jacket.
yeah. Well, that's the only way they know it's him, I guess.
Yeah.
So we come back to the greasy cop.
Yeah, which we realize he's a cop, and were his lines of the shitty, gleeful shit eating,
Yeah, gleeful shit eating.
talking to his partner, who he thinks is weird for not enjoying this conversation.
He's like,
Yeah.
this discussion is disgusting.
Yeah, after he says
This
I
conversation's
out of her ass, out of her
Yeah.
shit.
I'm disgusting.
Mm.
You're the weird one.
Yeah, he offers to go halfsies with him.
Yeah,
What?
You're not serious, are you?
And when the girl basically says, I want to get, like, she's closed for business for the night.
Yeah, her legs are closed for business.
Yeah, he's not having none of that. As he said later on, he'll broke both her legs
Yeah.
off to get to her sweetness.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
And fucking rookie cop just kind of sheeps like, oh, okay.
Well, he's
Drives
got
away.
this.
No, he gets out of the car. He's like, go back to the station.
Yeah, he gets out of the car to get into the driver's seat to drive away.
And I guess he does, because he doesn't come after him.
Yeah.
You can't just slide over in a cop car.
Apparently not.
No, and, well, no, they got the computers and bullshit in there.
I guess.
And,
Oh, I actually thought he like got out and walked back and just like left the car for him. the other guy, you know, like.
You know what? I will go.
Yeah, I'm not
halfsies.
walking back. Fucking walk back. I got the car.
You take a fucking walk.
And he right as he's about to rape the prostitute.
Well, he said they're far beyond.
Oh, she's out. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, he said, "Don't hurt me." He's like, far beyond that. But if I enjoy what you give me, you'll be able to crawl home.
Jesus Christ! Just these
Yeah.
like lines are so
Gleeful
brutal.
in his thing. But of course, Hobo comes out, shotgun to the head.
Yep.
How dare you threaten a school teacher?
Yep, and fires
That's what he says. The falls in the fuck tube.
6 or 7 more shots.
Yeah,
into
blows
this
up his
guy.
head in the first shot, like the lucky shot, like as if it was the lucky shot in Resident Evil 2.
Tuh.
And continues to pelt him full of
Really
rounds.
goes at this guy's
Yeah,
corpse.
coats her in blood, and she's screaming horrifically.
Everybody's coated in blood.
Yeah.
Didn't she yell, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Stop!
Yeah, maybe after the third one. What are you doing?
That's when they hear the mob coming, alerted by the shotgun.
Yep.
Angry mob who are coming. She's like, "How the fuck are we gonna get you out of here?" He's gonna shoot them all, but she's got compassion in her
Yeah,
heart.
she is definitely more clever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically tells him to hide inside the carcass like Tauntaun.
Yeah, under a shopping cart.
And
And the
survive
crowd
like
run
that.
right by her. She's like, "The hobo killed him. He's behind."
He's back
us."
there.
And they didn't even stop to look at her. They just ran right by her. They're a trusting lot.
Well, I mean, there's basically a shopping cart with all kinds of bodies, and on top there's that
headless cop.
a husk of a cop.
Yeah,
I'd look at that and be like, you know what? This probably it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
she runs it home till dawn
Yeah, it runs all night.
to her apartment building, where he very clumsily gets out and calls her disgusting for having thought of the idea.
Yeah, and that's where we see Otis.
Otis,
on the phone,
again in the middle of nowhere, calling his mom, needs that allowance.
I need that allowance, Mom. But oh wait, I'll call you back.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls up the Drake, or I guess Slick.
Slick and Ivan and looked at the location, whereas Abby's quick to get the fuck out of Dodge. 'Cause he just killed a cop.
Yeah, and as they're loading up stuff, she's grabbing things like a TV.
Well, he also realizes that she'll go with him, be a hobo. They'll start his landscaping business. He's got his catchphrase, his slogan.
You grow it,
we'll
we cut it.
Which is great because this isn't the only place grass grows.
Yeah.
so
they just ride the rails.
Yeah, so
cutting
he's got to go wash that guy's ass off his face.
Yeah, like it was exploded ass. Well, that doesn't sound much better either.
Yeah, she
packs it back a television.
Packs back television. It's like
she says, "Fuck TV."
Yeah, she tosses
it. Amazing.
Yeah, she just needs something important. She just takes her portrait of her bear.
Yep, that is important.
Yeah, he loves it. I noticed one of her showcases was something my parents had as a kid, which was the brown leather with the tweed.
Oh yeah.
Which I immediately noticed. I was like, "Fuck, I knew that's okay."
Yeah.
But
it's like
Canadian classic.
Yeah, the
Canadian classic.
professor surrounding your clothes.
Yeah. But Slick and Ivan peel up. They pay the man with he offers to help. They lob some cocaine on him, tell him to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck off, Otis.
Yeah, Ivan gets out in his skates.
Yeah, skates already on.
Yeah.
In the car.
Goes right, which Slick ruins him. You ruin him? Well, yeah, I ruin everything.
I ruin everything.
Charging up. He's strutting. He's doing the Vince McMahon strut.
Yeah, but doing the Ric Flair woos.
Ric Flair woos. It's a good day for a skate rape. Which is an improv line.
Whoa.
Because apparently they were to say, I need something good.
Because you can't write something like that.
Yeah. I was interviewing the actor. He's like, well, hopefully one day hockey players will be yelling that when they're about to hit the ice.
Get skate raped?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But they hear him coming. No other exit. And he fucking flip kicks the fuck through the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got that skate on there. It's giving him all that extra
fancy
power.
Kick moves, man. He's got some Chun-Li kicks.
If his weapon of choice is skates on the feet,
Foot blades.
Yeah.
You got it.
He's not just good at throwing them.
No. And that's right. Big fight time.
Yeah. It takes down the hobo pretty quickly.
Ivan and the hobo fight in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, the hobo just gets his ass kicked by getting like stabbed and stomped in the back.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can only imagine.
Again, another creepy line where Slick goes to Abby and starts like shoving his fingers in his mouth.
Hey, do you hear me? Do you taste me?
You fucking hear me? He's like finger banging her mouth.
Ugh.
He picks up some glass and slashes his face with it.
Yeah. And he goes, white face!
Yeah. I'm gonna wash up my blood with your blood.
And
Whoa,
it proceeds.
turn into a fucking baby factory.
Yeah, no, they turn that whore into a baby factory.
Yeah.
Slick proceeds to like saw her neck.
Yeah, well, you get to the
with the hacksaw.
Yeah, because you got the hacksaw, and it's one of the first moments where you're like, oh, he's gonna save her just in time. Nope, starts sawing away at her collarbone.
Yeah, and
she's got a surprisingly resilient neck.
Yeah, well, I guess she learned from the hobo of just like
Block the pain and go away.
Yeah, which the hobo does expertly when he starts kicking Slick's ass. Well, kicking Ivan's ass.
Yep.
Almost like sawing shotgun. Takes him out with a toaster.
After having his back just like aerated with those skates.
Yeah.
Turned into chop meat.
Yeah, then he holds up the toaster and Ivan gets his fucking foot stuck in the toaster with the skate on it.
Yeah, turns it on. It was almost like a Kevin McAllister move.
Yeah.
He electrocutes
very Home Alone-y.
Yeah, he electrocutes Ivan, which leads to like a burned goatee underneath his
burned
chin,
goatee, a burned hand,
a fucked up hand,
and
smoking skin, and
somehow he came.
Which he's outraged
you
at.
made me come!
You made me come! So yeah, the hobo picks up his shotgun and some duct tape.
Yeah, and
Canadian necessity.
Yeah, for sure. Red Green would be proud.
Mm-hmm.
And duct tapes the barrel of the gun to Slick's dick.
Yeah, when Ivan goes to rescue him, get the fuck out of there.
Well, for sure.
Which he does. So he starts wheeling him out. He's got Abby in the trash can. No, the trash can.
The shopping cart.
Shopping cart.
And
Slick's begging for his life.
Well, yeah,
begging for his dick.
Begging for his dick. He's young.
He's got a lot of fucking in there.
A lot of fucking left.
And I don't remember what the line of the hobo delivers, but it's pretty much "Not today, Charlie."
Yeah.
And just blows that dick inside out.
Blows his dick off.
It was like inside out. It was terrible.
It looks like sausage skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big flap.
Yeah. He gets enough strength to call his dad.
Yeah, one last time.
Yeah.
And
it's a very sweet moment. How much he's a pretty rad father.
Yeah, son, you're the toughest kid I know.
Yeah.
And too cool. Thanks, Dad.
You're pretty rad. As the fucking school bus from hell shows up.
Yeah, Ghost Bus.
Yeah,
Ghost
to
Bus.
take away Slick for his crimes against humanity.
There's a weird like one moment of surreal.
It's the beginning of the surrealness, because this is when we're introduced to the plague.
Oh yeah.
This is when it goes right into crazy. The plague, who we thought we almost saw in the arcade game, but the plague are, as a buddy of mine once said, are from clearly the planet of Eternia. They're kept up in some kind of castle with upside down crosses
and constant lightning.
Purple lightning.
Yeah.
They're possibly demons, dressed in hastily put together, almost homemade looking
hastily welded face
masks and armor.
Well, it's weird because like they seem to be eternal because it looks like they killed Jesus.
They have a hit list of portraits they've taken out. I saw Jesus.
Yep.
I saw the Easter Bunny.
Yep.
I saw Joan of Arc.
I didn't see Joan.
I saw Joan of Arc. It was next, like between the hobo there and Jesus. I saw a T-Rex. There was a T-Rex with a cross down.
Well, later they're fighting this like giant octopus in their building.
They have like a literal beast that they're just fighting in a closet.
That I guess they haven't
It
fed.
like turns into a weird Monty Python skit.
Actually, the safari we skipped over. It was really small scene when the hobo and Abby arrived at the hospital.
Oh yeah,
and they're on the push cart.
Yeah,
and the doctor is like clearly trying to like get the situation in control.
She's on the gurney. The hobo's straddling on top of her as they're wheeling by. There's a guy in the hallway just drinking fucking gin or vodka.
Yeah.
He sweeps it out of his hand, starts pouring out her wounds.
Yeah, in classic,
you can't do that.
In classic hobo fashion.
He's got duct tape holding her neck together.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, well, you know what? At this point, maybe vodka couldn't hurt.
Yeah, they're very avid to save her life because there's a crazy homeless man with a shotgun.
And then the classic, live you fucking whore! Beating on the chest.
Which works.
As the plague start arriving on their dueling motorcycles, trailing a coffin behind them.
Yeah.
And the sweetest synth soundtrack I think I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. Some extra John Carpenter synth action in this. And that's right. Abby wakes up to the hobo with dandelions in a cup.
Which smells beautiful, which is another thing I picked up. Girls love dandelions.
Yeah, that's true.
Super wilted dandelions.
To put it in her classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
nice
kind
by
of
the window.
Where she proceeds to tell him, you know I'm not actually like a teacher.
He's like, hey man, I'm homeless. I ain't got much. Don't take this dream away from me.
Yeah.
He's like, we all have dreams.
Let me live my fantasy.
Yeah, he starts to do his final goodbyes for what they
He wants
are.
some more revenge.
And what?
He's got to clean up the streets, but she says you can't solve all your problems with a shotgun.
Yeah, she says, "But I can. That's all I know."
Yeah. Then he has a monologue in front of some fucking
And then the maternity
league, which is like one of the dirtiest looking hospitals
Mm-hmm.
ever seen. Which also features kids just tripping balls and ODing.
Well,
Screaming, ah!
well, yeah, he's standing in front of like all these newborn babies giving
Crying.
a speech.
So you're probably gonna end up selling your bodies on the street
Yeah,
or
for crack.
using dirty needles.
Or selling it, because you won't care. Or you'll end up like me.
Yeah. Oh, nothing better but a hobo with a shotgun.
And that's when the plague arrived. When the cops has had enough, he finally starts standing up for himself. Pulls out a gun.
No, it wasn't even a cop.
No,
It was a
doctor.
doctor.
Oh yeah, it was a doctor. That's right, it was a doctor.
I'm sick of you junkies coming into my hospital.
Unloads it to no effect.
Well, the plague's wearing. First of all, so people know when we say the plague are actually two different characters.
Yeah, there's Rip, who's armed with a machete sword.
Yeah.
and Grinder.
And Grinder.
Who's armed with a harpoon gun.
A noose.
And
They're,
gun.
they're essentially like armor-clad demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking dialogue. It's
it's a pretty good impersonation.
I agree.
But
Yeah, well, you always hear that kind of like lightsaber sound when like one of them
like
movies
feedback.
just like kind of like.
Yeah.
so when we say the plague, we're talking about both of them.
Yeah, which apparently people can understand because they ask for where the Abby is. She points the word their direction.
Yeah.
And they just they don't go out of their way, but since they see people in their way, they'll just murder them all.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Is
Name them.
Achilles chop him.
Yeah, Achilles chop them, and then string them up by the neck.
Yeah, 3 people set up by that noose gun.
In one hallway.
Yeah. To the same hallway the hobo walks down later and goes, "Oh."
I guess I'm back at it.
Yeah, and sees where it's going. The hobo runs to go see Abby in the
But he gets taken by one of the oldest tricks in the book, the old big bad wolf.
Yeah,
He
lying
pulls
in the
back
bed.
the sheet. And I love the one of them just lying there.
That ain't no granny.
No. It's the plague. And they kick the shit out of him. They have the picture, they positive ID him.
Yeah,
drag him away.
Yeah, in the coffin.
Yeah, throw him in a coffin and drive away, leaving the shotgun behind with Abby.
Yeah, although Abby's smart enough to actually pick it up and chase after them.
Yeah, while bathed in purple rain.
The hobo wakes up inside the coffin.
Inside the coffin, watching them battle their beast.
Yeah, this like giant, humongous octopus.
Asks for a light for his smoke.
Yeah, and
Which the plague very politely
offers him. Yeah,
striking against his helmet. That's when they cross him off their hit list.
Yeah, pretty much finished.
Along with it seems Abraham Lincoln and Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a few notable people throughout history that they've
that's where Ivan
apparently
shows up.
assassinated.
That's when Ivan shows up. Congratulating them on their haul.
Yeah, and talking shit to the hobo. But it seems like the hobo does the shit talking to end all shit talking, saying that it must be. I feel sad for you. You grew up in your brother's shadow.
Yeah, but then Ivan has one of the greatest lines. Like he's the Drake's only son, and they're gonna make comic books about his hate crimes.
Yes.
Which
leads us to
the Evil Dead 2 scene.
Oh yeah, the gear up montage scene for Abby.
Yeah, where Abby modifies the shotgun.
Yep.
Shortens it, adds a hatchet to it.
Yep.
Makes turns the lawnmower into a shield.
A shield with the spinning lawnmower blades.
Some slap bracelets.
Yeah, to make sure your outfit's not complete without slap bracelets, guys.
But she uses like an arc welder.
Yeah.
Like all these tools. After saying earlier she fucks for a living because she doesn't have any other options to make money. I think she could get a job in a metal shop.
See what you're
it's
doing?
a competitive market and it's very sexist. They don't allow women.
Nick, I see what you're doing. You're thinking about it. Just stop doing that. Just stop doing that, man. Just stop doing that. There was a beast. We just saw a beast.
Oh, okay.
There's a beast. Come on, man.
I guess
I could weld things if I needed to.
Yeah, I guess if there was a beast, I would be
a
able
hooker can weld. It's like it makes sense.
She's not only armed with his shotgun, she's also armed with his speeches.
Oh yeah.
Because as she's about to leave, the angry mob chases her down, thinking she's homeless, and she gives her empowering speech.
Yeah, about respecting the homeless.
Yeah.
Because we're all in their house.
Yeah, because they got the biggest homes of all.
Yeah,
The streets.
the streets.
And it's up to them to clean it up. And a broom ain't enough.
So let's show them respect.
Yeah.
And it's a
That
pretty
was not a bad little speech.
No, it was
like
radical.
homeless rights.
Yeah. Gotta stand up for our for those who can't stand up for themselves.
And everyone on that in the crowd's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, well, yeah, we gotta stand up for them too.
Yeah, and everyone in the crowd's like, oh man, she really shut us up.
Yeah, they totally like, oh, that's a great point.
At this point, they're all looking homeless too. I mean, everyone in that town like looks poor as fuck.
Yeah,
they're all one step away.
Yeah, it's like one paycheck away from being homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they said we're getting paid Monday. It was bank holiday. No, no.
That's why they're so against it, because they hate most in others what they see in themselves.
Pretty deep.
I think you're looking into this a bit too much.
This movie's
Shut up, it's art, man. There's truth in this art.
Yeah, I think you're afraid to see what's really there.
Yeah, why are you hitting the homo so much, Drake?
Yeah, Drake.
He's been wearing a white suit this whole time.
I look like Jeremy. Inside joke.
Well,
yeah.
So.
But now the Drake's got
he's got the hobo, and he's ready to publicly execute him.
Yeah, his gladiatorial arena, which is like the back of an abandoned factory.
Everything is shot in the back of a abandoned factory. It's like the one factory in Nova Scotia too. There's just different angles.
It was the one factory in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, now it's shut down.
It's the old mill. Once it closed down, that whole town turned.
Yeah, then it turned into scum town.
Yeah, fuck town.
Is this when they're trying to wrangle him into over to the killing area, and he yells, "You're crushing my smokes!"
Yeah, you're crushing my smokes, which was a very Trailer Park Boys line.
Yeah, that's a very very Canadian. I feel it must be Canadian, but only because the Trailer Park Boys.
If he said chicken chips, I definitely would have. Been dead on. Yeah, they throw the collar on.
Chicken strips, the good kind, $8.
$8, good kind.
Yeah, they throw the collar on him, throw him into the glory hole.
Into the glory hole. That's a very clever name for that.
Drake gives a speech about he runs this town. If he wants something, he takes it. Someone stands up to him, he kills him. And right before the plague is about to snap his neck off. They throw the noose on him.
Yep. Just a regular rope noose this time, not the razor.
It was the Grinder's signature noose.
I guess.
Yeah.
And
luckily, that's when Abby shows up. Yeah, she's got the spinning blades right to Ivan's head.
And says, "Put the gun down, or else your son gets
Your only son.
Your only son." And the Drake consults with the plague. Rip says expendable.
Yeah.
He's like, that's a good point.
Replaceable.
Or replaceable, yeah.
Replaceable.
And pop.
Yeah. Sorry, son, I didn't have much potential. Yeah, kills Ivan. Much to Abby's, oh shit, I got nothing else going on. I got no other plan.
Yeah. And she's grabbed.
Yeah, Grinder tries to sneak up behind her. She takes him out.
Oh, yeah.
Shotgun to the stomach and then eviscerates him. Like, throws against him. He had that welding helmet. She's just like in a spark factory.
Yeah, it just destroys him in that.
Lawnmowers him to death.
Yeah, in the bed of that pickup.
As Rip's about to take the Hobo's head out, she kills him just in time. Axes the rope.
Yep. Well, she doesn't kill Rip. She kills.
As Rip's about to kill the Hobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she cuts the rope.
Goes
saves the day.
Tries to save
runs over and says, "Let's go home to him."
Yeah. And I guess I forgot about the Drake.
Yeah,
who comes over and grabs her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to force her hand into the spinning.
Well, he's gonna force her head into it.
Yeah, force her head into the spinning blades.
Which is another example of like her head, like the closer, like, oh fuck, is he gonna get her just time attention? Like, no, her hand goes right into that thing.
That was a pretty disturbing shot.
Yeah, I was watching your face
going into a fan.
Yeah, and into a lawnmower blade and just chopping it up down to when it's like mid forearm.
Yeah,
is skin,
just a bone nub.
but bone to the wrist.
In shock and anger, she just shanks the fuck out of the Drake with it.
Oh my god, repeatedly. That must cause a lot. I mean, she almost already been in a good deal of pain.
The pain comes later on when she's gonna pull the Hobo out of the manhole.
Yeah,
she's pulled by the hair, but for leverage, she shoves the bone into the manhole and starts
the bone
pulling
of just
up.
her middle finger through the grate,
and uses it to leverage the.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that's very.
She's very impressive in this movie.
She's come a long way as a character. She's grown. Baby, you've come a long way.
Yeah, Hobo's free just long enough to defend her against Rip. Makes a wall of fire.
Who tries to persuade her to...
Well, he said since she killed Grinder, she must now replace him in the plague.
In the plague. And luckily, the Hobo's...
Hobo tells the fuck off.
Yeah, he's like, no.
Alright, cool, I guess. Just takes off.
He's like, alright, peace, man.
Right, peace out.
I gotta go look for the plague, so I gotta go.
My job is done here. Even though he's like... Well, I guess they can be killed.
Yeah, so maybe they're not immortal. They just like rotate out like Menudo.
Yeah. Like it's like the Phantom. They're the ghosts that walk.
Yeah, that's right. Just keep replacing them. The Hobo goes over to a now dying Drake.
Well, he comforts Abby. She wants to go to the zoo.
Yeah, to see
and
the
see
bears.
the bears with him.
Bears don't belong in a zoo.
Goes to the Drake, who compliments him on making his town more interesting, not for killing his son.
Yeah, he's like, with the exception of killing my sons, I had a lot of fun this week.
Yeah, that's what the
I
cops
would have
show
been
up.
your biggest fan.
The cops show up, which, as we find out later on, they're all dirty cops.
Yep.
A line delivered by the original Hobo, which I like the delivery in the original trailer better. With that, we're all dirty. That Paul Bearer delivery in the original trailer.
Undertaker.
We're all dirty cops, Undertaker.
It's like it's right here.
Yeah. Thanks.
And
Brian,
Yeah.
no more guests. No more guests. We're done with the guests.
Yeah, the cops
Nick,
show
it was
up.
nice seeing you.
I'll take you guys later.
Cut this episode short.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the cops show up. They will shoot him if he kills the Drake.
Yeah, to which the citizens...
Well, the Drake says that this town loves him.
Yeah, but that's a lie, because the citizens pop out and all start pointing the guns at the cops.
Yeah, it was the police chief has the best dressing. Whoa, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Best line.
What the fuck's going on?
The shock turnaround.
It was almost a natural line, like he didn't know that
Yeah,
that
like
was
they
going to
didn't tell
happen.
the actor.
What the
But he
hell?
just went with it, though. And yeah, it's one of the biggest Mexican standoffs.
Yeah. And the basically the Drake says, "You're not gonna kill me," and the Hobo says, "Yeah, I am."
We're taking a ride to hell, and you're riding shotgun, and
Yeah.
blows the Drake's head right up, which causes the firefight.
Yeah, the cops to kill
Cops
the
shoot
Hobo.
him.
Yeah.
Citizens kill the cops.
Yeah. And Abby is just screeching and screeching as we hear in the distance a train blowing by what could have been. Then hit. It's one of the greatest fucking things. When I thought this movie couldn't be better at the end, I was like, oh, it's over. Then it hits you one of the best songs.
The closing credit theme.
It's the theme from the Raccoons, the whole Canadian cartoon show.
Yeah, "Run With Us" by what was it? Lockheed, something.
Lisa Lockheed, yeah.
Lisa Lockheed.
And no epilogue to this movie at all.
No, that's how it ends.
Hobo's dead. No scene
Yeah.
of Abby becoming a teacher.
No,
Or the new
no,
Hobo.
but
it's a classic exploitation film.
In the extended ending that was cut from the final film, Abby's hand is replaced by several shotguns as she becomes part of the plague.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
She just wakes up in this chamber and Rip just puts this armor on her. She's part of the plague now. She's got 6 shock arms for an arm.
That's a great ending.
Yeah,
That's why it was the alternate ending.
yeah. Now I should say Run With Us should become our theme song, goddammit.
Hmm?
Run With Us and watch the movies.
Yeah.
Best movies of all time. I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, this was a phenomenal movie. It really should have done better in box office, considering the big success.
Well,
of
I just
Grindhouse.
didn't have the. No,
The
Grindhouse
distribution or
wasn't.
advertising.
Grindhouse
Grindhouse
wasn't
was a
really
failure
a
too, yeah.
success
Really?
either.
Yeah, Grindhouse did not do well.
I think it made its money back maybe.
Barely, yeah, but Grindhouse was not a
But it just
natural success.
audiences didn't know that it the whole concept of a so a lot of people walked out after the first movie, and I don't know, I don't think they understood that it was a double bill with the features and it, to try and give you the
It actually
authentic
was a film like
Grindhouse
Tarantino,
experience, because what they just played the movies on a loop, so it was a lot of the time in the Grindhouse theaters, you would walk in during the middle of a movie sometimes, and then watch that, and then watch the next feature, and then the movie that you missed half of, you'll watch up to that point and then leave. That was a thing,
I still remember it was a long Grindhouse was also a long sit through because it was
It was 4 hours,
yeah,
I guess.
Which I enjoyed for the most part. I mean, I could definitely cut more scenes out, but I remember my tailbone fucking killing me halfway through it. But I mean,
Well, I think wasn't there an intermission?
there was, but like even after a while, I was like, I had to sit up, man. I didn't want to worry about missing some trailers. Which was the best part, leading to one really good movie, Hobo the Shotgun, and one really bad one, which was Machete.
I like Machete.
Machete's
I didn't
great.
like see
Machete was good.
whereas Machete I thought tried too hard. This one just, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. This one just gets it. Like, doesn't, I don't know. Whereas
It's not pretentious.
I don't know. Well, I guess it doesn't try so hard to like make a legend.
Well, and
Kind of a deal.
there's so much like exploitation style heavy-handedness, but then the one most obvious chance they have for like the Drake to say a hobo with a shotgun, he says a homeless man with a shotgun.
Yeah.
He passes on it.
Like that is so
I think
comedy.
it has to be like something where it has to be the fact that they were young like filmmakers and they were like kind of struggling with their first major film together.
They still didn't
It wasn't
know how
like
to
Robert
make a
Rodriguez
properly.
and Quentin Tarantino being like, hey, let's do this as a joke.
But
Well, I don't think they did it as a joke.
But it wasn't done seriously.
It was as a fun tribute to something that they loved, but I think they did a good job of a high budget movie that is just for the fun of a fun movie.
Yeah.
This one was. This one's also like we didn't mention. This is like heavily trauma inspired.
Oh yeah.
It's heavily fucking trauma.
So the exploding heads classic.
But I think it's better than like because while the acting is like it kind of over the top in this, like it's better than any trauma movie. Like the acting in trauma movies is just terrible.
Trauma movies are all hard to get through.
Yeah, kind of. Some of them, yeah.
Some
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't all be like Toxic Avenger.
No.
So, what were your guys' favorite or most interesting deaths?
Oh fuck. I'm a sucker for because the effects in this are amazing. Like I love the practical effects in here, and it's like a good old. And there's so many good head explosions in this.
Yeah.
Decapitations. Like one of the first ones. Like honestly, the first one I think to is the bumper cars.
Yeah, the
collision into the guy's heads. It's like it's kind of like low key compared to everyone else, but it's like just comes the fuck out. We forgot the best line when which is probably my favorite. The man pinata. Which we were beating because the Drake gives the best advice I've ever heard in a long time.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
It beats out clone highs. When life gives you lemons, you clone those lemons, make super lemons. It's when life gives you razor blades, you take a baseball bat and cover it with razor blades. Producing a baseball cover with blades and just Louisville Sluggers that guy's gut open.
Yeah.
Which the girls find hilarious.
Yeah, they start laughing uncontrollably.
His guts just start hanging out and pilling out of him.
That was pretty good. I like the first death of the movie.
Oh, Logan's?
Yeah.
The original glory hole.
Yeah.
I mean, the glory hole is a pretty good concept for like your signature kill move.
It's clever.
Yeah.
It's clever. You're using things you already have at your.
Never thought of that.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a great visual. Like I said, even like that. It's borrowed from like visually. It reminded me of Wild Wild West. Just like the idea of walking around with that manhole on your head. Also, the plague hallway. Slaughter.
Yeah, I like that too.
I love that one. Like
when they're stringing them up. Like,
yeah, and Rip does that really cool. Like doesn't he use the blade just like kicks the fuck out of like the nurse who just came out of nowhere. Like wondering what the hell's going on. He gives like this weird back kick.
Yeah.
Like almost like throws his blade up, kicks her, and grabs it.
Yeah, super enjoyable movie.
The grappling hook through the like drop panel ceiling.
Yeah, and just like causes everything to like power down, go to emergency mode.
I mean, the kid's alone too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the flamethrower kids scene.
Which was the first thing filmed, first thing shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then the fact that Slick brings the burnt up body of a child to the news station to like shake at the camera to intimidate people further.
His trophy.
This is gonna be you.
If you're not careful, it could be you.
No, I really love this movie.
Yeah, super great movie. So Nick, I don't know if you've listened to any of the podcasts. I don't know if anybody's ever listened to any of these podcasts. But usually at the end, we try to decide if this movie was good, bad, or ugly. So what do you think as our guest?
I'm gonna say
it could be both, could be all three. None.
No, I'll just give it good.
Good.
Yeah, it totally pulls off what it set out to do. It's enjoyable to watch all the way through. It looks good, and I had fun watching it. So that's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
While it is like ugly in all the best ways possible, I mean, I say with no hint of irony that I think this movie looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
like the shots are the saturation of the lights is done so well. There's great establishing shots. There's one shot where like you just see the block of the prostitutes, and I was walking around. It's just mostly just a big brick wall building with like just lights put onto it, but like it looks great. Every shot is just fun to look at. Like this movie moves. Like there's no point where there are arguably slow parts.
Yeah, but they're just monologues.
But they're monologues. But like there's nothing. The joke never runs out on me. Like usually the film like it could run low. Like it's a shitty movie on purpose or whatever. But I never get bored of the film at all. It isn't like the rest on its laurels of what it is. So by either making things shitty good acting that's like shitty acting that's entertaining or that something that looks good. So although I have to go like I think ugly is like the defined person thing. I'm gonna say good.
Really, two goods.
I say good because it's like it's not a film for everybody. Because I'm pretty desensitized to film violence, but if I had to vote for something for somebody, this is up there, honestly, for me. But mostly because I normally don't like bad movies like the bad movie on purpose thing. But this one it does it for me.
Vince, what about you?
Well, I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's ugly because it's just gory but it's also it's good and ugly. You know, I think it's all three.
I'm also gonna go with all three because it's
really because that is because it's like it's bad but it's good and it's ugly. So
yeah. I mean, it really covered all the bases. Nothing was left out. So I guess it comes.
You're right. It is a perfect movie.
Whoa! I mean, you should put
in
words
the sense
out there.
I'm writing
on our scale
on the cover right now.
A perfect movie.
It fits all categories.
It fits all categories.
So it's perfect.
3.
Yeah.
So I guess it comes time for the shameless plugs. Nick, anything coming up?
You can find me at Nick Pound on Twitter and Instagram, although I never use Twitter.
No, who does?
If you live in Vancouver or are in Vancouver, I host a live art event every Tuesday night called Snag at the American at 928 Main Street, 8 p.m., no cover.
Oh, sweet deal.
It's a fantastic deal.
Can you get me in?
Yeah, I know some people.
Nice. You know a guy?
I know like 2 guys.
Put you on the list.
This joke is wasted on you.
Well,
Noah guy?
Oh, son of a bitch. Don't you come at me with that sort of
shit. Fuck you giving me shit.
Oh, you see, I gotta put up with both of your fucking crap.
No. Yeah.
No, thank you. Anything else?
There's a few episodes of a podcast I did about a year and a half ago on SoundCloud. If you want to look that up, it's under Nick Pound as well.
Yeah, everything under the Nick Pound umbrella.
I somehow got that name on everything.
Yeah, do people usually bring up, do you have a porn star name?
I mean, mostly men, and they look at me in a way I am not totally comfortable with when they do it.
Yeah, well, it means they'll pay.
Not in my experience.
And
don't end up like an Abby, man.
I don't fuck for a living, Ryan.
Well, you're still young.
I still got a lot of fucking to do.
You got a lot of fucking to do, my friend.
I could maybe combine these two things.
And, of course, you know us here at GBU Podcast, everything GBU Podcast, at gbupodcast@gmail.com, at Facebook, Yahoo,
AOL keyword,
Bingit,
GeoCities, Fire,
Ask Jeeves,
PayPal,
but also YouTube, LinkedIn, sure, why not? SoundCloud, we have some episodes on there.
Yeah,
Yelp us. Of course, like always, send us all your emails, hate mail, dick pics, fan art, fan fiction.
Yeah.
I'm told that's a very popular thing.
Pictures of women covered in blood.
Yeah. We're just send us anything. And I don't know if you guys have a sign off. Maybe I'll say it because I really don't have one. So.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
You better.
Ryan with a microphone.
Slice
Podcaster with a microphone.
that tomato.
See, guys, you could do better than all of those.
Shiminy, shimmer.
So that's
Spin those discs.
Somersault jump.
Ricky Ticky Tacky Tuesday.
And don't forget to change your sheets.
All right.
all right.
Good
So yeah, we'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Do.